Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is the report for January 25th. We've got a few shotguns going off in the background, so I can tell you it's not all that hot out here right now, but I'm going to pull in behind somewhere, get out of the wind a little bit, and I'll give you all the information that you need for this week's fishing here on the Delta. And we're going to talk about the Motherload. We'll talk about the Motherload here in just a minute also. So let's get away from these shotgun shells and we'll get into the report. Okay, I'm safe and sound tucked in here behind the Thule, so we'll get into the report. And I want to start off by just thanking everyone who came out to the Issac Show in Sacramento this last week. Thank you guys for stopping by and saying hello. It was good to put a face to the name of a lot of you guys that send me reports every weekend. I also want to really hit up the guys that so many of you guys out there were bringing your children, and that's important. I know when I was 6, 7 years old, my dad would take me to all the sports shows and stuff, and I still remember that. So you're making memories for the kids, and I gotta congratulate you guys on just including your kids out there. And for me, I still enjoy doing the shows, and I never know how much I enjoy being there until I get home. And I'll give you guys a little scenario of what I see. I get to go there, and I get to talk to a lot of fishermen. Got to shake a lot of hands. Every now and then someone wants a picture, and they're telling me how much they enjoy the channel, and I really appreciate that. And I really don't appreciate it as much as, say, Monday morning when I get home and, well, I'm sitting on the couch in my underwear folding clothes, and just a minute. Take a break for a minute, okay? All right, sorry about that, guys, but might have got a little choked up there. But thanks for all of you who came out to the show, and for you guys that missed the show, next year, check it out. I think if you're a hunter, you might be a little bit disappointed at what the hunting part of the show has become. It's gotten a lot smaller, but as far as the fishing, especially the bass fishing, you guys that are trout fishing, it's still a really good show. You get in there, they had a lot of good seminars, so on and so forth. So make sure you make it out to the show next week, or next year. Sorry about that. What's going on out here? Obviously, the river is in a reset situation. We've had anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain. I'm out here in the central delta today, and where I'm at here in the central, the clarity has went from about 5 foot down to about 3 feet. It's not bad. Water temperatures are right around 53, 54 degrees. So with the rain, the water temperature has actually went up a couple of degrees. But I'm sure, depending on where you are in the Delta, these river situations may change. I know there's been talk that they were going to open up some of the weirs out north, so that's going to affect the Liberty Island area. I've also heard that they're going to open up the dam at Folsom, so that's going to start dumping a lot of water. And it's in a reset, so take everything what I say today with a grain of salt. I will say this, that the fishing hasn't gotten any better out here. I've got very few reports in the last week for the Delta. I've got more reports on the Motherload and basically the Motherload lakes, and we'll talk about that, because I think your best chance of really catching fish if you're looking for bass is heading up to the Motherload right now. But I'm out here. I got one fish this morning, and wasn't a big one, but we're going to check it out, and I'll let you guys know what I do if I do anything later today. So what's going on? The stripers are still out there. They're being caught, but once again, if I was going to be striper fishing, I would really be leery of heading out to the Liberty area right now after the rain, because I haven't been out there and I haven't talked to anybody that's been out that way. Liberty was fishing good. I'll say fair to good, not like it was a couple weeks ago, but there's fish out there. People were catching fish, but there may be a big reset out there with all the rain and the weather coming in. I would stick to somewhere around Grizzly Island, Pittsburgh, Antioch. That's where most of the fish are. There doesn't seem to be a lot of bass or stripers out here. I'm looking around today and I have not seen one sea lion. Birds are pretty active, but I'm not seeing a lot of bait out here. And until something changes, those stripers just aren't going to have a reason to come into the central delta. But we'll keep that going. As far as the largemouth bass go, got just a handful of reports this week, and most of the reports were slow to no. You know what the tournaments did, now it's been 2 weeks ago. They were pretty slow. I talked to a ton of people at the show this week, and a lot of those folks have been out, and nobody had a real good word to say about the bass fishing here on the Delta. So right now we're in wintertime conditions, and all I could say is stay tuned. I'm going to be out unless we have a bunch of storms coming in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be out this weekend, and I'm going to try to get a little better report from what I see. I'm going to move around a little bit. Today I'm just kind of moving around, staying close to home, throwing a few jerk baits, a few worms. The fish that I got was on a jerk bait, and I really haven't put a lot of effort into it yet, but if I happen to get something after we film up today, I'll put the cameras up and let you know what I'm getting at. What I want to do is talk about some of the motherload fishing, and it's been pretty darn good. Talked to several people, and first I want to talk about Maloney's, New Maloney's, and John Leasty from Experience Guide Service. I talked to John, and he's been fishing up there, obviously pretty much, you know, I don't know if he's been up there every day, but he's been on Maloney's quite a bit. He's been doing good with swim baits. I'll show you a few pictures of some recent catches that he's had with his clients. Some nice big fish on swim baits. So if you want big fish, head up to Maloney's and fish swim baits. If you want numbers, John's saying you want to fish jigs and finesse presentations. He's looking at fishing steeper rock walls or banks in 35 to 45 feet deep. So that's been the key, and most people that I've gotten reports from, that's pretty much what everyone's doing. I don't know a lot of people that are out fishing the humps real deep, but if you fish a steep bank, make sure, you know, John says he usually starts fishing about 10 or 15 feet and works down deeper as the day goes by, and you know, he'll find them somewhere in that usually 15 to 30 or 40 feet depth. John also saying it's really day to day. One day they'll be on jigs, the next day they'll be on worms. So you have to basically probably keep a jig on, keep a worm on, go out there and give it a try. For those of you who are looking for a good guide on Maloney's, I highly recommend John. Good guide, a good teaching guide, and I'll tell you, go to his website, check out his prices. I think you will be surprised how reasonable John's prices are, and that's John Leasty at Experience Guide Service. I also talked to Jay from up in Ione at Hooked Tackle. Jay gave me a good report on several of the lakes up there. He backed up pretty much what John was saying about New Maloney's are catching fish. Most of his people that come into the shop are saying they're jig fishing, but Maloney's has a bite going on. Amador, there's been some people going up there doing pretty well on wacky worms and jigs, fishing in the trees at Amador. A report on Comanche. And Jay reported the fishing up there was really good. The reports that I've got from Comanche have been fair to, you know, maybe okay, they're getting fish. But one of the fellows that we're getting some information from is Brett Barber. And Brett is, I imagine, a pretty good stick up there. He got second place in the New Year's tournament up there. Recently got first place in the NorCal team tournament event. So Brett's not an average guy, but Brett's situation and what he's been doing, he's been up there recently, he's throwing small swim baits in about 8 to 10 feet of water. His last trip had a 30 fish day, and a lot of the fish were in that 3 to 4 pound range. So if I was going anywhere and you're in the Stockton area, you want to get up somewhere, I'd think about Comanche or Maloney's, going up there and you know, catching some of the spots. You're going to get some nice fish, and it will probably beat what you're catching on the Delta. So with that, I'm gonna cut off, and I'm gonna go out fishing. As long as I don't have to fish in the rain, I will be out here and see if I can figure something out. And you know, like I said, if I get something, we'll turn the camera back on and let you know. If not, I'll see you guys next week. So thanks for watching, and if you're out here, I'll see you on the river. I can tell you this: I saw one boat, and that's been a duck hunter, and I think that's the guy that's shooting at me. So I'm going to get out of here and try another spot. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.